They are ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Mayfield now. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. eluding the pressure right. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the off. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Murray now. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Well, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns add on to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Shotgun now for Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down grab there by Christian Kirk, now in his 4th season with the Arizona Cardinals, and they would like to get the ball to him a little bit more. Just 48 catches last year. Typically, when he catches it, it results in big plays.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that move's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Prater's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, You're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score,
pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
And there's a familiar sight by a guy in an unfamiliar uniform. J.J. Watt sacking the quarterback. Over 100 times in his career, he's put a QB on the deck.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 84 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so...
Murray fighting, lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Flush to his right, and he will slide down with a good gain. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Murray. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Greg Newsome. If you combine last week and this week he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
This one caught by Isabella. On second down now, Edmonds. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, Edmonds. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Prater's kick is on the money. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
From the 31, Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cards are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point good by Prater. And this is back to an 8-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now
a fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run again on first down. Chubb. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. Mayfield to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead now 11, 24-13. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Ready ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, they run with Edmonds. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Conner going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh. And his best year with the Steelers, 2018, named a Pro Bowler after a 973-yard, 13-touchdown campaign. Mixed results the last couple of years as he's been in and out of the lineup. But with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd down and another run with Edmonds. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Prater's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Hunt. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They Mayfield now from the 50. And finding the tight end, Hooper. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line.
And that pickup on the first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They give the Chubb out of the gun. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And again, it's Chubb. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again, Murray. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down is Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Murray will go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they have.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Prater for the extra point, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
In your face.
On the carry, it's Chubb. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Browns, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll be at home next week for a date